What up, though? Yeah, it's your boy Darrell Barnes Bay coming at you, my chest out, heart open. It's got some things on my mind, man. I've been sitting up here this Sunday reflecting. People watching the news, seeing another shutdown headline. For some, the headline hits home. When the government shut down, it's not about politics, it's about parents, working families. Yeah. Gotta figure out how they're gonna feed their children. Gotta figure out how they're gonna feed themselves. This episode isn't about sides. What side you on? Are you on the side of the working class people, or are you on the side of the people that receive government funding? Politics stop. People still gotta eat. That's what we're gonna talk about. Yeah. The government shut down and paused, and SNAP benefits reveal how deeply policies affect everyday people, and why community unity, compassion, and preparation are more important than ever. We need that in our communities. A lot of people are not paying attention that we're living in the end of time and the fulfilling of the prophecies. Just look and see what's going on around us. I remember Prophet Noble Ali prophesied in the early 1900s that one day the government they're gonna let you down. He actually said the European gonna let you down. And he said one day you're gonna be so hungry you're gonna be biting off into I'm paraphrasing, biting off into your skin trying to feed yourself. So you're gonna be soldiers standing around grocery markets trying to stop the people from getting in. Food stamps shutting down, SNAP benefits ending all across the country. How you feel about that? How y'all feel about that? Sometimes I think about how blessed I am, or have become, whatever word you want to use. To actually, I was ironically, I was banned from food stamps for the rest of my life. I can never get government assistance ever again for the rest of my life. Ain't that something? All because I had some felony convictions for some drug charges in the early 90s. And if you got more than one drug charge, I think in the early 90s, I forgot how they phrased it. You can't get you disqualified from receiving SNAP benefits forever. So my SNAP benefits been shut down. But I know how I felt at that time because I really needed it at that time. But what it did was it made me step up and grind harder. So sometimes you may just have to step up and grind harder. I just want to know how y'all feel about it. Because a lot of times we see these people outside of our communities making these policies that affect our lives. I'm just wondering how the people feel about it. Yesterday was November the 1st. Man, in the grocery stores, the supermarkets were overly crowded. I'm trying to figure out how this benefit thing worked. Did they cut them off on the 1st, meaning that you can't use them on the 1st, or meaning that they would not be renewed after November the 1st? Man, because I'm telling you, the streets was crowded, the grocery stores was crowded. I went to Walmart. I'm telling you, it was more crowded. No, I'm sorry. I went to Target. I went to Target at Clinton Township on Gratiot, and it was super duper crowded. Man, I go to that Target a lot, man, and I ain't never seen it as crowded as it was yesterday. So how's it affecting this SNAP benefits? Who is it affecting? How's it affecting them? And who will it be affecting that don't know it yet? See, I hear a lot of people on social media cracking jokes. It's only don't benefit. I said, people riding around with $100 gym shoes and this type of car. This just, you on the outside looking in. How you trying to judge somebody else's household from your household? Just worry about your own household. Because here's the thing. Them SNAP benefits that you cracking jokes about, talking to, that was a part of our economy. That kept our economy going, sir, ma'am, auntie, nephew. That kept our economy going. People going into grocery stores, they spending them SNAP benefits, helping people maintain employment. People that work in the grocery stores, in these supermarkets, that's benefiting from the SNAP beneficiaries who come in there to keep spending and keep their jobs. Yeah, all that's about to shut down. Ain't nobody coming in the grocery stores buying groceries. What they need a cashier for? You think about that? You Walmart workers? Well, Walmart got a lot of stuff besides groceries, but the people that work in the grocery department, what you think about that? People ain't got no sense, but you still got regular people that it's still going to affect the industry. It's going to affect the world, man. Yeah, it's going to affect the world. All the stuff that I hear about people talking about ain't nothing but paper money anyway. Ain't nothing but fiat. It ain't nothing but barter and exchange. Now you gotta have to barter something else to get you some benefits. You know, when the government shut down, they reduced access to food for low-income families a lot. Non-essential federal workers furloughed. You see the government shut down. Local food banks overwhelmed. It ain't a policy pause. It's a pressure point. Think about it. Every time the system shuts down, the struggle speeds up. You know what I mean? People don't think about the trickle down effect. Like I said, they only think about the low income families. And a lot of people, unfortunately, middle class and upper class people, they look down their nose at the low income families, man. Those are the people that we work for. Those are the people that we should strive for to try to bring them up. That's my job. I want to encourage them spiritually. I want to encourage them emotionally. I want to encourage them physically. What I mean by that is I want everybody to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. That's what I want. I always learned that phrase when I was younger, be healthy, wealthy, and wise. We used to say that all the time. And that's something that's what I found to be true. And that's something that I moved towards. People being healthier, people being wealthier, people being wiser. But how are we going to move through this shutdown, y'all? I ain't talking about the government shutdown and did this before, but I ain't never, ever recall ever anything like this with SNAP benefits. I'm not a SNAP beneficiary, as I said earlier, but I once was, and I wish I was right now. Shit, that stuff is expensive. I wonder what's gonna happen to what y'all think gonna happen to the let's see who all affected besides just the low income family. What y'all think gonna happen to the grocery store workers? I mean, I know they still gonna have a job, but they ain't gonna need as many. It's like right now I go to Myers on Jefferson, Rivertown Market, and they already don't have cashiers, a limited amount of cashiers. They have automatic, what they call it, with where you scan the stuff yourself. Self-pay. They have self-pay. They have a couple of employees that assist the people doing the self-pay, but you know, think about it. Think just that. I wonder how the people feel too. Actually, and I've seen a couple of them still running their mouth and talking like they really, really happy about what is going on in this government. And it's just blowing my mind that they are actually happy that people are suffering. Even if people ain't suffering, you cause the people discomfort and you get finds a thrill and the discomfort of other people, then you got the nerve to try to point out this person's weaknesses, not remembering your own. You're trying to point out a whole community, a whole society, a whole community, a whole neighborhood, a whole whatever you want to. Because, and I'm gonna say this: the mistake that people make is not so-called African American, Asiatics of the world that are the greatest recipients SNAP program. It's you Caucasian, your Caucasian European fellows who are the laziest ones, as you call them. I don't call them. Some people fall on hard times. Some people have a difficult time, and they need some assistance. But it ain't us that need the most assistance. It's your people. You end up talking to you, whoever you are, that sit up and talk about other people. That's the person I'm talking to. Sit down and try to down people. Talking about pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Did you forget your struggles in life? People always do. People always talk about people who own welfare until you need welfare. And your pride might be too big for you to go actually sign up for welfare, but so what you start doing other stuff, you start stealing. You start committing illegal activities, criminal conduct. That's still welfare because you still getting it off the backs of other people. You ain't getting it on your own. You stealing. You taking other people's stuff. People work hard for it. That's what you consider the people on welfare and bridge cards and all that type of stuff do. But that's not the case. I remember my mother had me and my brother then when she was 14 years old. She had me and my brother. She was married and divorced with 4 children at the age of 18. All her children are about the same dude, my daddy. She was on her own. How was she? 18, 17, 18 years old. Where she was going to get a job? Who she was going to pay to babysit 4 children? Yeah, she had to get on AC. My mother was super duper smart. She was a childhood genius, as I always called. She graduated high school at 14. Could have graduated at the age of 12 or 11. My grandmother wouldn't allow them to push her through that fast. That's how smart she was. So she was not uneducated. So get that out of your head. There's a lot of super educated people that receive SNAP benefits and are going to experience some hardship as a result of what's going on in America today. And like I said, it's the policies, the policymakers, they're not affected, so they're not concerned. But it is a pressure point for the community. It's a pressure point for all of those religious communities, all those social groups, all those nonprofit groups. Let's give our Mayor Duggan said he put $1.7 billion into Detroit community-based distribution centers for food. Somebody pointed out what that food looked like. You can't give people carrots and onions and lettuce and think that's going to sustain them. That's what they're going to do. They're going to give outdated food. People need meat, good meat, chicken, need protein. And I know some of you vegans and whatever other stuff you want to call yourself, vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, and all that type of stuff. I don't need it in the first place. Okay, say that for yourself because you can afford to pay those high prices for eating good. But a lot of people can't. A lot of people can't afford to pay that because y'all be out here trying to fleece people. Charging people $65 or $75 for a bottle of pills. Talking about it's going to make you feel better. It's going to make your thing get hard and all that. No, I don't care nothing about no hard penis when they stomach growling. No woman care about that damn with no hard penis and her stomach growling, her stomach touching her back. Her children can't even sustain themselves. Cut it out, man. People trying to survive. I know it. I might be going against the grain. Some of y'all can talk about me like a dog, but I'm just keeping it real. Everybody can't afford all of that stuff right now, man. We got to survive. That's why people used to eat some of the stuff they ate back during the days of slavery, man. I ain't saying it was right, but it was survival. It's survival mode. Some nasty chitlins came into play. They gave us the slop, the leftovers. Same thing trying to do right now. Give it to slave. Get him anything. Go get to some old carrots and some old lettuce and some old tomatoes that have been sitting in the warehouse for months and months and months that should have been distributed to the community. But we're going to wait and we're going to charge somebody $1.7 billion to come get it and we're going to pass it out to the community. Cut it out. Give people that old stuff. old pizza boxes and stuff that nobody didn't want. Give us some fresh food if you're going to impress me. I wish I had some money, man. I'll show you what to do with it. For real, for real. I hear a lot of people saying that, but then when they get it, they don't do it. I'm telling you what I do. I know for a fact what I do. I do because the little I do got, try to do my best. Anyway, there's some organizations out here that's stepping up. In particular, the Moorish Science Temple of America, Temple 25, Brother Fuquabe over there, he always passing out food even before this. Prophet Noble Drew Ali told us, Moorish Americans, to put up a 90-day supply of food for times like this. I told you about the prophecies earlier where he talked about it's going to be a food shortage. And he talked about how the government is going to be the ones that's going to be posted up at these grocery stores, keeping us out because the food shortage is going to be so short. Pay attention to what's going on. Well, like I said, we got a lot of grassroots organizations out here trying to step up and help out in the community. They're going to set up at distribution centers. Myself, I'm working towards trying to get some things stabilized at my local building and temple location. Once that gets finalized and secured, I'll be looking off into trying to myself set up as a distribution center at Temple number 4 on Harper, 15520 Harper. Come visit us anyway when you get a chance. There's a lot of organizations. I could about imagine about New Era, Detroit, probably out there doing their thing like they always do. I salute those brothers. Some of my Adidas dog compadres. Come on, man. Let's start. We party. Let's give out some of this for. I know what y'all about. Adidas Dials. I know y'all gonna get out there. Adidas Dials, Adidas Dogs, Syndicate Boys. Always out there, even before a shortage, because we always see the need, see the need, and experience the need for such services in our communities. But what happens when the check stops for some of you people? What happens when some of the check stops? Some of us looking down on some of these people. Now I just can't get over that when they start talking about how the SNAP benefits was going to come to an end, what we call food stamps. Because back in the day, we used to get paper food stamps, paper money, the same way they give us fake paper green money. Now they're giving us cards, putting everything on the cards, showing us the value of that paper. But anyway, they gave the same way they give us the EBT cards, food stamps. Some of you people who got jobs and work and receive too much money right now to get SNAP benefits. How y'all feel about this? Put some in the chat. Tell me what you think about this. What's going on? How do you feel about the SNAP benefits being cut off for the people who are less fortunate? Have you ever thought about what if you lost your job? What would you do? Yeah, you get unemployment for a little while, but unemployment ain't the same as that check. So you would need some assistance too. Just imagine there's no SNAP benefits. And you got to spend your unemployment check, which is much less than your regular employment check, on food, rent, gas, lights, water, clothing, things of that nature. How would you feel? Why are you sitting up talking about people who got? You don't know how much them shoes cost. They might be fake. For real. People buying knockoffs left and right just to try to blend in, but you looking at them thinking they're real, and you got the nerve to try to look. If they wasn't fake, what business is it of yours? That's my concern. All of a sudden, they cutting off SNAP benefits. You gonna talk about somebody, what they wear, what they don't wear. Cut it out. Yeah. So how did that look for you? The same folks society overlooks are the ones feeding the block when things go wrong. That's the part that killed me. It be those same people that we talk about, those same people that that's on those SNAP benefits that struggle. Them be the same people that be out there feeding the people at the bus transit center, feeding the people with feds is on. I seen some other people just got out of rehab, wanted to give back. My boy Irvin and his woman, Irvin Blair and his woman over there giving back. And I'm saying his name because he's on Facebook. He out there giving back. They barely got anything. They making sandwiches and they ask for donations for sandwiches to try to give back. What are you doing? You check cash people. What are you doing while you sitting up there trying to talk to people? See, people who struggle know about the struggle and they want to help other people in the struggle. People who ain't never been in the struggle, they want to talk about people in the struggle. That's crazy. What about when that check run out? You ain't no longer getting that check. Huh. Yeah. I remember being homeless. Thought I'd never be homeless. I've never been in a position where I had to, I never really begged for food, but I should have. My pride wouldn't allow me. So what I did, I tried to keep full off alcohol. Alcohol. Yeah. Beer, liquor, wine. That took away the appetite, so it gave me something else to think about. The only people that was readily available to feed me was other people that are in my community. So I went to treatment, it got me some help. It got me a place to clear my thoughts, get focused, get stabilized. Yeah. I had a spiritual foundation. I had the members at Temple Number 4. They was right there supporting me. Morris Science Temple of America, Temple Number 4. Praise a lot for them. Community structure keeps people grounded. You got to remember that. We are one. I don't care what religion you are in. I don't care if you're a Christian, Muslim, Hebrew Israelite, Jehovah Witness, Catholic, Buddhist, whatever it is, we are all one. We breathe the same air. We're going through the same struggles. All of us must put aside our prejudice, man, and realize that we are a community and support one another. I appreciate the support I see from a handful of individuals, because it only was a handful of individuals, and it should have been 2 handful of individuals. We talk about brotherhood and unity all the time. When it comes time to need brotherly love and brotherly support, it's rarely there. I'm in the organization that talks about practicing the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, but often don't experience any of it. Often experience the opposite. And it's not just, I'm saying that because just because you find yourself under a religious persuasion or whatever mental persuasion that you may find yourself in, and there, especially when it's a community persuasion, you got to realize you can't move and operate the way other people move and operate. You got to move and operate according to the structure of the organization, of the community, of the society. It's called the mores of your community, the way that the community is designed or the way the community operates on a daily basis. Sometimes without their permission, it becomes your culture, community culture, organizational culture, societal culture, whatever you want to call it. It goes on and on and on. World culture. We all have a culture, and I'm saying that because in low income communities, there's a culture. And strange as it may seem, that culture is a supportive culture. You see drug addicts supporting one another. When you go to well, I had to experience that. When I'm around in the hood, winos stick together. I mean, what I mean by that, they'll pool their pennies together to get a bottle of wine. Drug addicts pool a couple of dollars together to get their next blow or their next crack, or they put together, get on their weed or whatever the case it be. They stick together. If you're hungry, we're going to feed you. If I got a sandwich, man, and you're hungry, I'm giving you half of mine. And if it's 3 of us, we're going to split it in 3 ways. That's how we do standing on the block. We split a bag of chips. We'll split a juice. We'll split anything. But then when we start to rise up and social status, economic status, all that seemed to change, seemed to go away. We started to take on the mores and the culture of the people with the social status, the higher social status, the higher culture. We forget about our people at the bottom, downstairs. That's what seemed like it's going down right now. When the system shuts down, who feeds the people? besides the people. Remember that. Yeah. If we wait on systems to save us, man, we'll starve in spirit and in stomach. So my question to you all, my challenge to you all, what can you do when the system stops? Volunteer, donate, check on your neighbor. Have you thought about that? You straight, but is your neighbor straight? We always say what they need to do, what they need to do. But what about us? So if us have community gardens, let's start a community garden. So that's a good idea. Because I remember over here on, I can't remember the name of the street. I'm up here on the east side right now, off Jefferson. Is one of these streets, a couple of these streets where they have some vacant lots where they had started planting trees. So some of the lots they had start doing gardens. Let's get some community gardens going on right now. It would be the perfect time to start some community gardens so we can have some fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, fresh tomatoes. Let's open up. Some of us have businesses. Let's open them up as distribution centers. Power isn't just in policies. The people that are making policies. It's in the people who refuse to let their community starve. Let's be about that. You dig? The shutdown might pause a paycheck, SNAP benefits, but it can't pause compassion. If you got more than you need, someone around you needs what you got. Keep your chest out and your heart open and your hands ready to serve, because even when the lights go out, guess what? The love got to stay on. It's your boy, Darrell Barnes Bay, coming at you from Chest Out, Heart Open. Subscribe to my YouTube page and Facebook page. Share this podcast. Share this subject. Discuss this with your neighbor. Discuss it with your community members. Find out what you're going to do, how we're going to rock this out. I told a guy the other day, he was saying that he was trying to, how do you maintain years of sobriety when you have dreams about still getting high? Then the dreams cause feelings and emotions. How do you do that? I said, sometimes, man, you just got to rock it out. I mean, you just got to let time go by. Puffing, don't lie, hoping that, no. You just got to rock it out. Just rock it out. And during this time right now, we just got to rock it out. But while you're rocking it out, see if you can help somebody. See if you can be assistant to somebody. See if you can be the light in somebody's life. Again, it's your boy coming at you with my chest out, heart open. Check out my Shopify page. Get some of my merchandise. Peace. Till the next time. Man.